Oh, what a beautiful sleep-deprived Sunday, and welcome back to the Backed by Bone podcast. This is episode 9. It is Sunday, July 24th, 2022. How the fuck are you doing? I think I'm going to be just releasing podcasts on Sundays for the foreseeable future until the football season starts, and then I will probably be releasing them on Mondays just so I can talk about the actual football season. Yeah, so I can just actually have some more stuff to talk about, some more substance, and I'll be able to watch all of the games and be able to give a decent breakdown. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet in terms of like if I'm going to go through each game or if I'm just going to do the games that I watched or what. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but yeah, how the fuck you guys doing? Um, I'm currently 4 weeks out from my bodybuilding show, and the reason I said sleep deprived is because I am not getting a whole lot of good sleep. Uh, it's like really hard for me to fall asleep, and then when I wake up, I just don't feel really like rested or refreshed. I mean, it hasn't got to a point yet when it's completely like negatively impacting me, but I can kind of feel like creeping up over time, and I think it's just because I'm so dieted down and so fucking um like my hormones are just so fucked up right now just because of the lack of nutrients and shit like that. And it's whatever. It's nothing that is going to be like a long term or whatever, like, but weighed in at 160.4 this morning, and I basically started all of this at like 170, so I'm down 10 pounds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but um it kind of is. I don't know. 10 doesn't seem like a big number, but if you think about it, like 10 pounds is kind of like, oh, damn. Um, I should probably be like hovering around like 170 to be completely honest for my height and my age and shit. But I gotta do what you gotta do. But all right, let's get into the fucking podcast, shall we? So first, we're gonna go over UFC. So um, another disappointing main card. I don't know if I fucking accidentally cursed the UFC or not because I kept asking for um times that were watchable for me, and I got them, and then I got two disappointing main card fights in a row. So maybe it's my fucking fault. I don't really know. But this past Saturday we had the UFC Fight Night in London with Curtis Blaydes and Tom Aspinall was the main card. But it's a pretty good card overall. I did not watch the preliminary card at all. I didn't really recognize anybody, nor did I care. So let's get right into the main card. We had Paul Craig and Vulcan Ozdimir. I came into this fight at the end of the second round, and it looked like Vulcan was just kind of controlling the whole fight. And then I watched the third round, and it was just more of that. So Vulcan won by decision. He kind of just dictated the fight, looked a whole lot better on the feet, and Paul Craig just kind of knew he was at a disadvantage. He kept trying to pull guard, kept trying to get him to the ground, but Volkan played it smart and just kind of kept standing him back up and just kind of pieced him up. So he won that. Not a really exciting fight. Nothing crazy. Next fight was the Molly McCann Hannah Goldie fight. This was actually pretty fucking exciting. Molly McCann wins by TKO in the first round with 3 minutes and 52 seconds into the fight. She just kind of pieced up Hannah on the feet. Clearly the better boxer, clearly the better fighter, and just really kind of steamrolled over her. Threw a nasty spinning elbow, hit her in the temple, and then she just started, piecing her up with multiple combo hits to the face, and then slumped her down and ended up winning. So, another fight of the night bonus for her, and a really nice win. Put her on the fucking map. She is sponsored by the Barstool guys, so I mean, her rise to stardom is going to be fucking through the roof. So expect to be seeing a lot more of her soon. And then we had the Nikita Krylov Alexander Gustafson fight. I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a banger, but Nikita Krylov finishes off at TKO the first round, 1 minute and 7 seconds into the fight. I don't really remember 100% of how this happened, but I think Nikita hit him with a few good punches, wobbled him, and then he just kind of knocked him down, and then started hitting him on the ground, and Alexander couldn't really defend himself, and then they just called the fight. So that was that. So pretty good fight. Next, we were on to the Paddy Pimlet and Jordan Levin fight. Paddy Pimlet wins by submission in the second round, 2 minutes and 46 seconds in. The first round, Jordan really stuck to the game plan and kept him in the clinch for the majority of the first round. So Jordan basically won the first round, kind of just had him up against the fence, took him down a couple times, got in some good ground and pound, clearly won the first round. And then the second round, Jordan went to the same game plan and basically was winning for the most of that round as well. And then Paddy kind of turned it around, really good ground game, and then got him in a rear naked choke, almost like a twister kind of, and then got the win. It was pretty fucking intense. It was actually a really good fight. And then at the end, Paddy like didn't really teabag him, but he like kind of teabagged him. I don't know. I guess there was like some trash talk before the fight, and there was a mention of teabagging before, and then he kind of did it. He didn't actually put his like, his balls in his face or anything like that, but he just kind of like crouched up and down like right next to him. But it was a good fight. Paddy Pimlet really is that fucking guy. So expect to see him taking over that lightweight division. He's just a monster. It's kind of crazy to see him. When he's not fighting though, like when he's not in camp, like he eats a bunch of food, and I just thought it was like kind of a joke, but his face like blows up, like he does. And then I saw him in the ring, and I was like, holy shit, he looks completely different. Like sucked down so much weight. So I don't know how sustainable that really is, but I guess if it works for him, I don't know. He's still young, but I don't think you can do that for a whole lot more time. You have to like really your off season or off camp, or when you don't have fights lined up. I think you really need to be a little bit more strategic about it because as of now, he hasn't had a problem with making weight. But um, if you really push yourself too hard, sometimes you lose a lot of strength and ability right before the fight. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Paddy Pimblett really is that fucking guy. So watch out for him in the lightweight division. He's just getting better and better. I think anyway. Then we had this middleweight fight was Jack Hermanson and Chris Curtis. Nothing really too exciting about this fight. It was a high level fight, like really good. Chris Curtis, good boxer, but he was a last minute replacement. Jack Hermanson was supposed to fight Darren Till, which would have been a more exciting fight, obviously. But Jack just really, um, obviously, he didn't have a whole lot of time to game plan for this guy because of the last minute replacement. So he just played the better fighter. He just played the more experienced fighter, kept him at arm's length, really got some good teep kicks and front kicks, and just kind of just dictated the fight. And just pieced him up a little bit, and then ended up winning by decision. So, nothing crazy here. It was a decent fight. High level is what I want to say about it because it was good. But it wasn't anything crazy. And then we had the Curtis Blaydes Tom Aspinall fight. So Curtis Blaydes ended up winning by TKO with 15 seconds into the first round. So what happened here was that Tom Aspinall ended up like blowing out his knee. So like they like again 15 seconds into the fucking first round, they like threw a couple punches at each other. It started looking like it was really good, and then Tom Aspinall goes for a leg kick, and I don't know what happened. Like he might have been like knee on knee contact or something like that, but he throws the kick and then he steps back and then he falls down on that leg, and I guess he just blew out his knee. So um, uh, Curtis Blaydes wins by injury, I guess. I don't know. There's not much to say about this fight. I don't think they run it back, but um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do now. It's just again, I don't know if I curse the UFC or not, but that's just two fucking main cards that I actually get to watch, and I don't have to stay up until 2 in the morning to watch them, and they both end by freak injuries. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you guys anymore. Excuse me, I had to grab some water. So I don't know. We'll fucking see. But next UFC fight night, or not fight night, but like next UFC event is going to be UFC 277, which is Juliana Pena Amanda Nunes fight, which is going to be Saturday, July 30th. Main card starts at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So this should be a banger. It's got Brandon Moreno, Kai Kara France on it. That should be a dope fight. It's got Derek Lewis and Sergey Pavlovic. I don't know who that guy is, but Derek Lewis is always entertaining. Um, Alejandre Alejandre Pantoja against Alex Perez. Don't really know either of those guys. We got Anthony Smith against Magomed Ankalaev. I think that's going to be a banger fight, so keep an eye out for that. And looks like the Paulo Costa Luke Rockhold fight got canceled, which sucks because that was going to be a dope fight. Anything here on the prelims? I don't really see Drew Dober's fighting in the prelims. He fights out of Colorado as well. He's fighting Rafael Alves. I don't know who that is, but should be good. What else do we have? Nobody else I really recognize in the prelims. In the early prelims, we got a lot of people I don't fucking recognize. Okay, so that's that. I mean, not a super stacked card, but it should be good. So on the prelim card, the one fight I am looking at is going to be the Drew Dober fight. I think Drew wins that. Then we're on to the main card. You get the Anthony Smith, Magomed Ankalaev. I think Magomed wins. If I had to put money on it, Magomed Ankalaev wins. I do like Anthony Smith. He also fights out of Colorado. I think he's a North Dakota boy, but I think he fights at a Factory X Muay Thai in Colorado. But I think Magomed gets it done. Derek Lewis, Sergey Pavlovich. I think Derek Lewis wins. I don't because I don't know Sergey. Brandon Moreno, Kai Kara France. I think Brandon Moreno wins. And then Amanda Nunez, Juliana Pena. I think Amanda wins and then make this a rubber match and they have to go again and do 3 fights. So that's at least what I want though, because I think there'd be way more hype. And then after that, we got UFC on ESPN, which is August 6th, which is Thiago Santos versus Jamal Hill or Jamal. It's Jamahal, so I think it's just Jamal. That should be a good fight. A lot of these guys on this card, though, I don't really know. The few of them I do know, but not a whole lot of them. Um, I think the next few fights after 277 are just going to be like to hold you over until like the real big fights towards the end of the year. And then we got Marlon Vera versus Dominic Cruz. That's gonna be a banger. That's August 13th, so that'd be cool. And then we got UFC 278, which is Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards. That's gonna be a massive fucking card and a massive fight. That's August 20th. So keep an eye out for that. It looks like the Paulo Costa Luke Rockhold fight got rescheduled for that too. So glad that's still going on. Um, some of the cool fights on there, but I will get to them when the time comes. And then we've also got a UFC Fight Night Cyril Gahn versus Tai Tuivasa. That's going to be a banger fight too. It's September 3rd. Robert Whitaker, Martin Vittori. That's going to be sick on that card. Then we got UFC 279, which is Hamzat Chimaev, Nate Diaz. That's going to be absolutely insane. September 10th. A lot of cool shit coming up. So keep an eye out. And then it looks like UFC 280, which is the last one on this list, which is October 22nd. Charles Oliveira, Islam Makhachev, gonna be nasty fights. So keep an eye out for those. Should be exciting. Yeah. And then we're gonna go on to the League of Legends update, which everybody fucking loves. We're gonna talk about the LPL first, as always. So last time I put out an episode was Sunday, the 17th of July. So Monday we had JDG IG. Pretty decent. IG ends up taking a win off of JDG, surprisingly. I mean, obviously JDG still gets the win, but pretty interesting. Then we had WE Rogue Warriors. I didn't watch it. Bad teams, doesn't matter. Then on Tuesday, July 19th, we had LNG versus Ultra Prime. LNG ends up winning 2-0. Kind of surprising here. I thought it was going to be a closer series, but you know, Doan Tarzan and the boys are picking up some wins, so maybe they'll get to playoffs. Then we also had TT and OMG. Somehow TT beat OMG. I think OMG is a significantly better team, but I guess TT was just playing, or Thundertalk Gaming, also known as TT, just playing better on the day. Wednesday, July 20th, we had RNG 2-0ing Billy Gaming. Not super surprising at all, so fuck it, it is what it is. And then we have Top Esports 2-0ing, what team is this? Uh, I think that's anyone's legend, right? Yeah. Not really surprising. I mean, it's fucking Top Esports, one of the best teams in the fucking league, and one of the best teams in the world. So whatever. July 21st, that Thursday, we had the EDG LGD game. EDG absolutely fucking shit stomped them. LGD just sucks. It is what it is. It was pretty sad watching that series. And then FPX picks up a win over Rogue Warriors. They win the series 2-1, which is good because I do want to see FPX in the playoffs. So good for them. They're really coming together now that they got someone on the team. They just look like a better team. Friday, July 22nd, V5 2-0 LNG. I mean, what can I fucking say about it? V5 best team in the league, arguably. and LNG, one of the teams just still scraping by trying to make it into playoffs. So I mean, sucks for Dew and being Tarzan, but I mean V5's got fucking Rookie and Fodic, and they're just playing out of control. So it is what it is. What can I tell you, dude? I don't know. Like they actually didn't use Carson in that game either. They used XLB, which Shalao Bao or Shaolin Bao or whatever, but XLB is his name in game. So pretty interesting because now they have two junglers that they can really use in two different distinct playstyles, which is really good for international play because you don't want to be a one-dimensional team when you're playing all these international games, and you want to have like you want to be able to mix it up, and you're allowed at least one substitute or at maximum one substitute in Worlds. So if you can get two junglers, then you can have two distinct playstyles, and the teams won't know what to fucking do into you. So it is what it is. And then we had Weibo Gaming 2 wanting Thunder Talk, I think. Yeah, Thunder Talk Gaming. Weibo's still looking for that consistency. I mean, to pick up another win, I think they're going to be a playoffs team, but I don't see them going super deep into playoffs. They're just really, again, looking for that consistency. And then yesterday, Saturday, July 23rd, we had RNG EDG. This was a fucking banger series. I need to see a best of 5 between these two teams because they're really close together in the standings, and they're just really good. I mean, it's the MSI champions and then last year's world champions in EDG. RNG won MSI this year, so they're really just trying to fight it out for the top of the table of the league. So I mean, these games are just super exciting to watch. Ming and Xiaohu really popping off, and then you had Flandre, JJ, Scout, like all these guys. They're just so nasty. Like I can't wait to see them on international play. But really good series. Again, I want to see a best of 5 between these two, potentially, to get to Worlds. Or I mean, I would like to see both of them at Worlds, to be honest. And then the other series we had that yesterday were JDG against Billy Gaming. I mean, JDG wins. Billy sucks. Then we had IG versus WE. Doesn't matter. WE won 2-1. Both those teams suck, so not going to playoffs. And then today we had Weibo Gaming actually 2-0ing OMG, which is actually really good for Weibo. Puts them a little bit ahead in the standings for playoffs. So looks like they'll be in playoffs, but the games weren't really exciting. The first game kind of slow. The second game was 18 kills to 3 kills, so they kind of stomped the second game. But first game kind of slow, kind of boring. And then we had Top Esports playing Ultra Prime, and they won 2-0. I mean, kind of sucks for Ultra Prime. They're just like really trying to hold on and just really trying to get to playoffs here, but they just keep losing some of these tough matches against some of the top teams. So it is what it is. Kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? What else do we have? So tomorrow, Monday, any good games? We got an RNG series. RNG should win that. And we have Fun Plus Phoenix against Thunder Talk Gaming. Fun Plus can definitely win this series, and I think they definitely need to if they want to keep on a roll and cement themselves as a playoff team. Take a sip of water here. Oh, excuse me. Tuesday, July 26th, LNG EDG should be an easy victory for EDG. And then the banger series to look out for is JDG V5, 5 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Going to be sick. I'm going to be able to watch probably from the second game on. I hope it's a 3-game series, but I don't know who wins that. If I had to put money on, I'd put V5, just because they have a little bit better players and better roles, but we'll see. Wednesday, July 27th, no good series. Thursday, July 28th, FPX playing Billy Gaming. They should win this. Friday, July 29th, Top Esports playing TT. They should win that. Weibo Gaming playing LGD. Weibo should win that. Saturday, July 30th, EDG's got a series they could be winning. And then the banger on Saturday is going to be RNG JDG. It's a top of the table fight. So potential playoffs preview as well. These guys might meet each other in the playoffs. So another two teams I'd love to see a 5-game series of, or best of 5-game series. I think that'd be really interesting. And then Sunday, July 31st, V5 OMG. I mean, V5 is just gonna win that. Then we have WELNG. I mean, those teams both suck, so it doesn't really matter. But it's crazy. I mean, July's already fucking over, man. It's wild. Like I didn't do anything all summer except for fucking prep for this bodybuilding show. So mean, I don't really do a whole lot anyway. I don't really go out and drink anymore, and I don't really like have a whole lot of friends in Colorado, which is sad to say. So I don't really have a whole lot of like stuff going on. But it's just wild how time flies. But it's neither here nor there. So we'll go on to the LCK. Just gonna go over this quickly. Wednesday, July 20th. No real good games. Thursday, no real good games. Friday, DRX actually beat Damwon 2-1 in the series, which is pretty interesting. I guess DRX really just trying to prove that they are top of the table. Saturday, July 23rd, no good games. Today, the 24th, no good games. Okay. And then looking into the future, any good games here? We do have Gen G versus DRX, which is this Thursday, July 28th. That should be a good series, so I'll keep an eye on that. And we got Friday, July 29th. No good games. The 30th. We do have a dope series, which is T1 Gen G. The current first and second place teams, so that should be a fucking banger. 5 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Keep an eye on that. And then Sunday, July 31st. No good games. So it is what it is. Next, we're going to move on to the LEC. Gameplay is still pretty rough, but I guess they're getting better a little bit day by day. But one thing that is exciting is that LEC now, instead of getting 3 spots at Worlds, gets 4 spots at Worlds, which is kind of cool, but also kind of bad. I'll go into that in a little bit. But so what happened is that there is a region, or there's this professional league for the Russian region, which is called the CIS, but it was disbanded as of this year. I think it was, partially due to um, the stuff going on with Russia and Ukraine. So everywhere being in a state of emergency, and there was actually a lot of Ukrainians in that league. So I guess they just kiboshed the whole league for the year. I don't know if it's coming back. We'll see. But because of that, the LEC ends up getting 4 spots at Worlds, which again is pretty cool. But at the same time, like the LEC has like maybe 2 teams that are actually pretty good, and then the rest of them are like a little iffy. So it's like now you're gonna have 4 teams, and I don't know. Um, so right now, what I would say is the 4 teams that I want to see from the LEC at Worlds would be Rogue, Fnatic, G2, and Vitality. All of them not playing very well, but those are all like teams where I could see them, like after the season, like having a really good boot camp and really fucking getting in there, getting some good scrims, and playing some good games. And I don't think they're really gonna make it super far, but I feel like they could definitely put up a good record and put up some good games and have a decent showing. So yeah. But July 22nd, which was this past Friday, we had the Rogue Fnatic game, which is pretty fucking good. Rogue ended up winning 18 kills to 9 kills. Rogue just looking a lot more consistent. Fnatic, on a 4-game losing streak or something like that. But Larson popping off on his Azir 7-0 and 10. Yeah, Fnatic just really kind of struggling. Then we had the G2 Astralis game. G2 wins. Bounce back game. It was actually really super close. I think that Astralis was like winning for the majority of it, and then G2 like won some kind of objective fight and just kind of bounced back and just kind of sprinted into the base and won. Then we had Vitality Mad Lions. I mean, Mad Lions just obviously a better team. They just beat Vitality 19-2, absolute beatdown. I mean, Mad Lions looking like the best team in the league. Niski, didn't play pro for a whole year, and now he's just coming, or I don't know if it's a year, maybe like half a split, half a year, whatever. And then he's coming back into this team and making them look like world beaters. So keep an eye out for that. And then XL beating Misfits. I mean, XL just clearly a better team. SK and BDS, SK beating Team BDS, and both those teams sucks, and that game wasn't very good. And then yesterday, Saturday, July 23rd, XL beating Fnatic. Again, Fnatic just on a bad losing streak. XL wins 18 kills to 3 kills. Like, God, Humor played Vex, and he just looked so fucking bad, like out of place bad. I don't know what he's doing. Like, I don't know if someone paid him to run it down, but 0, 4, and 2, and he was just dying to ganks consistently, and it was pretty hard to watch. But one game that was really good was the G2 Rogue game. That was actually really fucking good. G2 looked really good, really bouncing back. Can't wait to see them. Really hope they're going to Worlds. They won 17 kills to 5 kills, and they just really pulled it together. Just looked like a better team. Rogue with some questionable picks. I mean, Malrong, their jungler, picked Volibear, which got like nerfed into the ground, so it's kind of weird that he's playing that. I guess maybe it's just like a comfort thing. I don't know, but he did not look good on it. But Caps on the Talia looked good. Yankos on the Zinzao looked good, and I guess it was Yankos' birthday, so happy birthday to him. He's 26 or 27, I think. I don't know. But yeah, really good to see them bouncing back and looking a whole lot better. Vitality beat Misfits, very good. You know, Vitality really needs to pull it back together. They went 13-4. Perks looking good on the Talia, 7-1-6. They really needed that bounce back game. Misfits, you know, I don't expect them to really make playoffs, but you know, whatever. Mad Lions beat SK. Mad Lions again, still top of the table, looking really good. Niski on the Talia, looking like one of his best picks. And then Astralis beat BDS, and you know, both those teams suck, so it doesn't matter. Moving on to Friday, July 29th. Any good games here? We have Vitality XL, which should be good. And then we have Mad Lions Fnatic, which should be good. I'm going to say XL beats Vitality and Fnatic beats, or Mad Lions beats Fnatic, just because Fnatic's recent form looks really fucking bad. But yeah. And Saturday, July 30th. Any decent games here? We got Mad Lions Excel. That looks really good. I think that'll be really close. I think Mad Lions wins that again. And then Vitality G2 in recent form, I think G2 wins. So keep an eye out on that. And then on to the LCS, which is still really fucking hard to watch. LCS still only gets 3 slots. I think they should only get 2 because there's only really 2 teams in the league that look pretty decent. Let's see, what do we have here? Cloud9 beating Team Dignitas. They really needed that win. It was actually a lot closer than it should have been. Nothing really crazy here in terms of team comps. Blabber pulled out the Udyr. Dignitas was actually winning for the majority of the game, and then Cloud9 just kind of ended up playing a better macro, being a better team, and just kind of pulling out the win. 100 Thieves beat TSM, kind of shellacked them, 11 kills to 2 kills. What can I say here? TSM sucks. Nothing really crazy in terms of team comps. Then Team Liquid beat Immortals. They really needed that win because Team Liquid has just not been looking consistent at all, not looking very good. Just like with that roster and the caliber of players, like they should be much better, but they just aren't. I guess they're just not working out. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, just kind of disappointing. And then looks like EG beat CLG pretty handedly, 22 kills to 3. I mean, EG's the best team in the league. What can you say? Then we have today. The games are still going on, but 100 Thieves actually beat EG, which is pretty surprising. 17 kills to 7 kills. Big, what do you call it? Big upset here. Nothing crazy on the 100 Thieves side in terms of team comps. Some pretty similar or pretty standard shit. But for EG, Danny ended up playing Kaisa and not playing well on it. So I don't know. It just did not look good. I only caught a little bit of the game, but it just didn't look that good. CLG beat Team Liquid, which is not fucking good. CLG 15 kills to 5 kills. Again, Team Liquid just not looking good, man. Hansama on the Draven 1 and 2, not looking good. Bwipo on top Graves 1-3. Like, ugh, they just didn't look good, man. It's just bad. With that level of like those level of players in that roster, they should look much better. TSM is currently playing Immortals, and Immortals is winning 6 kills to 2, with almost a 10,000 gold lead. And both of these teams just suck, man. Like Immortals 2-8, TSM 3-7, like just bottom of the barrel teams looking like trash. Golden Guardians lost to Cloud9, which is good. Cloud9 should really be ramping up and getting better over the split. I really want to see them at Worlds. 18 kills to 13 kills, a lot closer than it should have been. I think I was watching this a little bit earlier. I didn't get watch the whole thing, but Golden Guardians was actually kind of winning for the majority of the game, but then Cloud9 came back. Jensen on the Talia, 7-0 and 11, looking really good on that. So good for him. Good to see him coming into his own. And the Talia just looking like really strong, like a massive power pick this patch in this split. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. I think it's going to be either nerfed or it's going to be insane at Worlds. All right, and now looking at next week's games. Saturday, July 30th. TSM Team Liquid game to watch that might be interesting. Everything else not really that interesting. Sunday, July 31st. Jesus, it's fucking month's over, man. It's crazy. Team Liquid Cloud9, that should be a fucking banger. So look out for that. Saturday, the TSM Team Liquid game, 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Sunday, Team Liquid Cloud9, 3:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So keep an eye out for those. Those are gonna be cool. So that is that for the League of Legends update. And now we refer back to the list here. All right, we're going to do anime now. So, anime recommendation. I am going to recommend a series that I watched a while ago. That I should probably catch up on the second season of, but I think it's pretty good. So it is called Bloodline, Battlefront, and Beyond. The Japanese name is Kekai Sensen and Beyond. Um, it's also called Blood Blockade, Battlefront, and Beyond. I think if you look it up on like Crunchyroll or like Netflix, because I originally watched this on Netflix forever ago, I think it's called Blood Blockade, Battlefront, and Beyond. So this came out in 2017. I believe I also watched it in like 2017 or like early 2018 or something like that. But pretty interesting here. The tags here are genre. The genres here are action, comedy, fantasy, and supernatural. Um, I had a whole lot of fun actually watching this. Pretty interesting. I will read the synopsis here, or a little bit of it. It is 3 years ago, a gateway between Earth and the beyond opened in New York City, trapping extra-dimensional creatures and humans alike in an impermeable bubble. Jesus Christ. After the city's restoration, monsters, magic, and madness are common findings in the area now known as Hell Salem's Lot. Leonardo Watch, a young photographer who unwillingly obtained the all-seeing eyes of the gods in exchange for his sister's eyesight, came to this paranormal city to find answers to the mysterious powers that he possesses. He later finds his life drastically changed when he joins Libra, a secret organization of people with supernatural abilities dedicated to maintaining order in the everyday chaos of Hell Salem's Lot. Um, God, that was a fucking mouthful. Yeah, so basically, this kid, he's like a photographer, and like him and his sister's bound to a wheelchair. They're like in New York, just kind of enjoying the sights, I guess. And then this random like demon god thingy comes up and like for whatever fucking reason, like gives him these all-seeing eyes or whatever, but takes away his sister's sight. I don't know. It's like fucking weird, but really fucking good. So this is something I'd probably give like a 6.5, maybe a 6 out of 10. Uh, really cool design, some cool ideas, some cool abilities and stuff like that. Some cool fight scenes. So definitely check it out. This is also done by uh who's the guy who wrote this? The guy who wrote this was I'm pretty sure this was the guy who wrote Trigun. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it is because I just found this out recently. Where is it? Yeah, so it's Yasuhiro Naitao. Um, yeah, he's the guy who did Trigun, Gungrave, and he also did Blood Blockade Battlefront. So, pretty cool stuff here. Uh, again, I think it's definitely worth checking out. Again, a 6.5 out of 10. I do need to catch up on the second season, but I think it's pretty good. Definitely interesting to watch through. So I think the first. Oh, okay. Wait, did I not watch the first season? I might have fucked up. Okay, so the first season is just called Blood Blockade Battlefront. That came out in 2015. I think I watched that like 2016, 2017, something like that. And then the second season is Kikai Sensen and Beyond. I don't think I watched that, but I did watch the first season. So that's what I'm referring to here. Kikai Sensen. Definitely take a look at it. A whole lot of fun. I think it's got 12 episodes. And then the second season has 12 episodes. So plow through that. I might actually go and rewatch it because I don't remember a whole lot of what happened. So a whole lot of fun here, guys. Definitely check it out. Again, 6.5 out of 10. If I go and rewatch it again, I will let you guys know. And next we are on to the anime wrap up. So, this current season has been pretty good so far. I have, oops, let me pull up my notepad on my computer here. All right, so far, Devil is a part timer, 2 episodes out, pretty good. I did not know what happened this whole season because I don't follow the light novel, so like I'm not caught up. But they introduced like some baby character, which is kind of fucking annoying. So it's whatever. Overlord's got 3 episodes. Just a whole lot of exposition so far, setting things up. We'll see where it goes. Animation looks dope. Um, Danmachi's got 1 episode so far. Really it kind of went like slow for the first episode, but it's the first episode, but it's gonna start to pick up, I think, really heavily. So keep an eye out for that. Classroom of the Elite got 3 episodes. Still got no fucking idea what's going on. I'll keep you guys updated. They're just on a boat. They're like on a boat, like big boat yacht, and they're going through these like tests and like fucking like trials and shit like that, and I got no fucking idea what's going on. Call of the Night's got 3 episodes. Animation looks really good. I'm really surprised. Pretty enjoyable watch. Isekai Oji-san's got 3 episodes. Again, this is fucking really dope. This is something I'm going to recommend highly. And I'm probably, once it's over, I'll probably give you guys my 1 out of 10 rating on it. Black Summoner's got 3 episodes. It's pretty good, but they had this one thing where it's like a fight scene that they used some 3D animation, which I'm not against, but it just felt like really wonky and clunky, and it just didn't look very good. So hopefully they clean that up. But the animation besides that has been good, so I just don't know why they did that and why it just looked, I don't know, it just looks so iffy. It just didn't look good. I don't know. It was fucking weird. Um, Harem in the Labyrinth's got 3 episodes. It's all right. I mean, this series is just like a fucking guilty pleasure. They show nipples and shit. Like, whatever. It's horny anime fucking shit. So it is what it is. And then My Isekai Life's got 4 episodes, and that one's just kind of like it's an iffy okay watch. Whatever. Like I wouldn't give that series more than a 4 or 5. Is the animation looks good, but the story is just kind of whatever. I don't really give a shit. But that is going to be the anime wrap up for the season. So I'm going into manga, and my manga recommendation is going to be Wistoria's Wand and Sword. It's got 18 chapters translated as of now, or at least on the site that I um, read it from. I'll give you guys a brief description here. It is: to fulfill his childhood promise, the boy aims at the top of the magical world with his sword in hand. There is only one way for him, who has no magical power, to reach the supreme peak. Dot dot dot. That's the only synopsis there. But the genres here are action, adventure, fantasy, and supernatural. So it goes. It follows the story of the main character, who is a half human, half dwarf. He has no magic abilities, and magic is basically the pinnacle of that world. And everyone has wands, and everyone's wizards and shit like that. But he can't use magic, so he uses a sword. And his best friend is like one of the supreme wands, who's like one of the best, most powerful beings in the universe, or in that universe, or in that world, or whatever. And he's like trying to reach her, and he's seen as like a failure and all this shit because he can't use magic. But you slowly start to realize, and the characters around him slowly start to realize how strong he is, because his physical ability is much higher because dwarfs are so strong and all this shit. And he has all this knowledge about the dungeon because he goes in there more than anybody else, and he has to work harder than everybody else and all this shit. But it's a pretty good read, pretty interesting. 18 chapters as of right now. The artwork looks really fucking good. So I'd give this probably 6.5 out of 10. But definitely go check it out. Get your dick wet. Again, it's called Wistoria's Wand and Sword. Wistorias. Wistorias. Pretty good here. Pretty interesting. Yeah, check it out. Do a little bit of reading, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But I think that is the end of it. No, oh, we do have one more thing. We do have a Dungeons and Dragons update. Finally got to play again on the main campaign. We are actually finishing it up. So this was the second to last, because we kind of decided this is gonna be the second to last. What do you call it? Second to last session before we really finish this up, because we are basically done. We've been doing this campaign since February on and off because of scheduling. So, but again, we are going to be finishing this campaign in 2 weeks. So next weekend we won't be able to because of scheduling conflicts. So the weekend after that we're going to be able to. So I'm excited, and our DM sounds like he's down to do some more, and it sounds like we're going to get into some more stuff. So I'm excited. So hopefully more D&D updates and hopefully more fun to be had, guys. So I actually wrote down like a big fucking synopsis of what happened. So I'm going to take a sip of water here before I get into it and just kind of go into it really quickly and try to get through this as quick as possible. It's a lot of reading, but it's kind of like a story here. All right, so we had just made our way out of the woodland lands, so we had to escape boars and these like twig blights things. So it is now morning. So we're headed back to the Falcon's hunting lodge. If you guys remember Falcon from a few weeks ago when I brought it up, is just absolute alpha Chad. We see several large orc footprints headed toward the lodge, and lightning and clouds intensify towards that area. As we approach the lodge, it is surrounded by orcs, and Falcon is fighting them off. Four large groups of orcs surround the lodge. As we engage in battle, we take on the closest group to us. Krumdar, who is John in this case, throws a fireball necklace that acts as an explosive and takes out multiple orcs. Each group has probably got like 5 to 6 of them in it. So he takes out like 3 of them. Then there are 2 left from that group that we quickly take out swiftly. Falcon from the top of the lodge is raining down arrows from his longbow and absolutely murking fools. We then engage the other group of orcs by attacking one of the group leaders. While that happens, another group of orcs breaches the front door of the lodge, and Krumdar throws another fireball necklace piece at the group that breached the front door, taking down a handful. After that, I get knocked prone by a thunder attack, so I use an item in my inventory to turn our party invisible for 7 minutes in game, obviously. And like each round is like a minute or something like that. I don't know. We retreat into the lodge to take down the weakened group of orcs that breach the front door. We do this so we can guide the non-combatants to safety because there's non-combatants inside the lodge. You know, servants, maids, chefs, shit like that. Falnitz, who is Victor in this case, dashes in and engages the leader of the orc group, but only doing very little damage. The weakened group of orcs immediately retaliate on him. Krumdar then moves into range to help Falcon with the orcs that are attacking him and the non-combatants. And in one turn, Krumdar takes out one of them. So in like one fail swoop, he absolutely murks a fucking orc. Greymar, aka me, finally gets his turn again and charges into melee range at the last orc next to Falcon and Krumdar, and with 2 swings takes him out. At this point, Falnitz, Victor, is taking on 2 orcs by himself and swiftly dispatches both of them with ease. One of the last 2 groups of orcs breaches the lodge and gets into the combat range of Greymar and starts striking him. After that, the last group of orcs that breached the lodge from the south jumps onto Falnitz and absolutely murks his ass. They fucking one-shot him, basically, and he goes down. Greymar then shows why he's the man, and then takes out 5 orcs with 4 attacks and whittles down the group near him to 3, and then also heals 13 health. I mean, I'm just a fucking animal, dude. What can I tell you? Falnitz then fails his first saving throw. Great. The remaining 3 orcs from the group that invaded the lodge from the back miss all of their attacks, which is fucking phenomenal. And then the group of orcs that invaded from the south move into the fray. They miss all their attacks as well. We just got super lucky. Krumdar, John, engages in battle and takes one out. Then 11 enemies with 11 enemies remaining, the last orc leader moves into melee range to attack Greymar and swings and misses. Seeing an opportunity, Greymar, me, attacks the remaining orc leader and killing him with 1 blow, while also taking out another orc with another blow. Falcon orders the non-combatants to flee the lodge through the front door, then he swings at an orc, dealing damage but not killing. Falcon then fails his second death saving throw. Amazing. His luck just wasn't there today. The orcs then turn their attack onto Falcon and deal minor damage to him. Then with the last mob of orcs, they turn their focus onto Krumdar and miss most of their attacks, but land 1, dealing small damage. We got kind of lucky there. Krumdar, John, retaliates with his spiritual weapon, killing 1 orc with a single blow, following it up with a guiding bolt, which wipes out 2 orcs at once. Fucking absolutely smashing them. Once it's Greymar's turn, he then wipes out 2 more orcs with 1 swing each. I'm just fucking literally chopping guys down here. It's ridiculous. Unfortunately, Valance fails his last death saving throw and perishes. He just got fucked over, man. I mean, it's obviously his fault because he walked in and then just got fucked and murked, but he just kept missing saving throws, so it sucks, but it is what it is. Then the orcs turn their attention to Krumdar and lower his health to 0. So after that, I just had to fucking man up. So then Krumdar fails his first saving throw. With the situation in dire straits, Greymar takes matters into his own hands and takes down 2 more orcs, then engages one of the last wait, what? Takes down 2 more orcs, then engages the last of the 2 orcs that are standing over Krumdar's body. Inspired by Greymar's strength, Falcon then one-shots one of the last 2 orcs. The final orc with his life in jeopardy hits Greymar with a critical hit and deals half of his life points in damage. At this point, I was shitting my pants. Then Krumdar fails his second death saving throw, almost dying. With his party in despair, Greymar takes down the last orc and stabilizes Krumdar. I had to literally hard carry this whole fucking thing. Once the combat is over, Falcon conveniently had a scroll of restoration on and used it on Falance, but it comes at a heavy price, and he loses a level as well as having a penalty on saving throws for a specific amount of time. And then at the end, Greymar and Krumdar get to level 5, and at the end of the session, we gear up to end the campaign on the next session. So that was a lot of reading. Hopefully, you guys were able to follow along. I was just trying to take down notes as we were playing, just because I really wanted to give you guys a good update, especially since it's been a long time since I brought up D&D on the podcast, and every time I really gave out a session notes, it was really scattered. So I just really wanted to get something conducive, or not conducive, conclusive and coherent this time. So I got prep brain, so I'm kind of fucking all over the place. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. I'm gonna try and do this again for the next session and give you guys another one. And every D&D update that I give, I'm gonna try and do something similar to that and just do that. Because I think it was a whole lot of fun. So just catching you guys up, and you get to vicariously live through me, and just kind of vicariously enjoy it and be like, all right, that does sound fun. Like, I kind of want to get into it, so I want to give you guys a little bit more. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, go find a campaign, go find some friends, get your fucking dick wet, and have a little bit of fun. Use your imagination here. But that is it for the D&D update. Let me take some water here. But now onto the bodybuilding update. So again, I am 4 weeks out working with my coach. Really just trying to get my legs a little bit leaner and see more separation. The midsection is starting to come together, so I think if I start shedding off a little bit more weight, a little bit more water, my legs will really start to lean out, and I think I can get a good chance of placing top 5, if not top 3, if not taking the whole fucking thing. So I ended up having to pay for a bunch of shit, which I didn't really think that registering for this show was going to cost me so much money, but it's like I had to buy a membership for the OCB, which was like $80 fucking dollars, which is a pain in the ass. But I mean, there's no money in bodybuilding, so they try and make as much money as possible. So I get it. To register for the show, it's like $120, and then I had to do spray tanning, which is like $150, and then I had to buy posing trunks, which is like the least expensive part. It's like maybe $30 or whatever before shipping. But so all this shit I gotta pay for. It's just fucking annoying, but. So after all this money spent, I better fucking win this goddamn thing. But yep, 4 weeks out. Again, it's going to be August 20th, 10:30 a.m. here in Denver, Colorado. So I'm hopefully again going to try and have one of my friends come and film for me. So I do get like an assistant, but I don't know if I have to pay for it. I'm going to hopefully be able to get someone here to come with me, come backstage, take videos, or again, I might just pay for professional videos done, because they do have people on site that do that, and you just contact them and pay for whatever they fucking charge you. And I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated though, but I'm getting excited. Also pretty nervous, but again, my sleep is like kind of fucking shitty because my hormones are fucking in the trash, and I've been drinking too much caffeine. So I'm gonna try and ease up on the caffeine, and or just drink it all early in the day or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Really try and, but it's like really taking me a long time to fall asleep, and I feel like I'm just not getting high quality sleep. So, um, I'm excited for the show, but I'm also excited for it to be over so I can get back to sleeping well. And I gotta maybe get some melatonin or something like that and try and get myself some restful sleep, especially like before the show. I don't want to be like on no sleep and feel like shit. But posing routine's coming along a little bit. I need to do more practice on that. I showed it to my coach today. He gave me some good constructive criticism and some good notes, and he brought up the sleep thing too. He's like, "Yeah, it just kind of is what it is. So just try and like wind down even more than you normally would before you go to sleep, and maybe get some melatonin and stuff like that, and try and cut out a little bit of the caffeine, or avoid caffeine like 5 to 6 hours before you go to sleep." But it is what it is. But again, I guess this is it, guys. This has been the Backed by Bone podcast, episode 9. Please like, follow, subscribe the podcast, the YouTube. Um, then I've got all my socials down below. My personal YouTube, where you can see my journey to the stage. Then my Instagram, all my fucking other social medias. Like, really appreciate if there's anybody out there listening to this. Really appreciate you guys like following, liking, helping boost the algo. Doing this content creation stuff is something I'm enjoying as of right now. So if I can make this into something that is profitable for me, that's all the better. And if it's something that's feasible for me to quit my full-time job and fucking just do this full time, then I feel like I didn't really enjoy it. I don't know how likely that is. I think it's a very low chance because not many people can actually do that. But um, it is what it is. Any support I really appreciate is basically what I'm trying to get down to. So thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. Again, like, comment, subscribe, follow all my fucking shit. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.